In terms of the UDP, there's currently a claim that is before the High Court with respect to the leadership of the party. Many would argue that that's not necessarily the place of the court to determine how that proceeds. Um, what do you think would be the effect of this should there be an actual election called prior to the court being able to determine who in fact is the leader of the UDP?
Well, if that happens, and I agree with you, because political parties are not registered in Belize, there's no law. It seems to me that a judge can look at and say, well, I will follow this. Maybe there are precedents in other countries that could be followed. But what I think will happen if the court does not rule before an election is that we will have, unless the two parties, I mean, there are scenarios, the two parties can come and say, okay, we'll still get together and run as one UDP. That's one scenario. If they stay divided and each try to have candidates running in every constituency, then we'll have a multi-party election, and there could be other parties out there, smaller parties. And people are talking about the color of the ballots and all that. That to me is a trivial sort of trivial in the sense that instead of having the colors being something that divides people, or maybe no red is used at all, use some other colors. I think that would be the responsibility of the chief elections officer to decide. But we would have an election in that case where, the UDP and the Alliance for Democracy and other parties and the PUP are all competing for seats. Understanding how politics works and how electoral politics works, the UDP would be in an even worse position to lose all of the 31 seats if that were the case, because you divide the so-called opposition in every constituency. Unless they have some agreement between themselves, okay, I'll run some in this constituency, you run some in that constituency. So there are a lot of scenarios that can play out. So it's hard to really predict, except to say, if the UDP does not unite before the election, then the chances of a 3-1 clean sweep is going to be much higher.